Hi everybody, it's Christina from Christina's Crafts, and I'm going to show you how to make this double-sided home decor piece. Alright, so for this project, I didn't have a box to put my mason jars in. So my husband actually made me this box out of scrap wood. So what I'm going to do is I am going to paint this elephant chalk paint, Waverly chalk paint. And I am going to go all the way around the outside of the box, plus a little bit on the inside in case anything shows up. Alright, so I got this much painted so far, and now I'm working on the sides. And then eventually the bottom. Okay, so I have my box all painted, and I noticed that it's not exactly straight. I just painted the bottom. So what I think I'm going to do is I am actually going to see if I can find some beads, because I'm going to put some bead on it, and I'm going to see if I can find a popsicle stick or something to kind of shimmy in there to make sure that I can get it so that it doesn't do that. I'm definitely going to put some feet on there. So I am going to take these beads that I got off of Amazon, and I'm going to paint them gray to put them on the bottom. And then I have a popsicle stick, which I think is going to take care of that unevenness. Pretty close to it. And I'm just going to chop a little bit on there, and I'm going to stick it to here. So I'm going to go ahead and get these painted. Okay, so I have my beads all painted. I'm going to take them off my pipe cleaner here. And then I did paint a little chunk, just a little chunk of a popsicle stick that I'm going to stick on the one side over here. So I'm actually just going to get that on my bead right now. Stick a little hot glue on there and a little E6000 and stick that on there to make my bead a little bit taller. And it should be a good fit right there. But I am going to use the E6000 and hot glue to put these beads on. Alright, I'm going to get my little weird one in here. Okay, they're all glued on. I'm going to flip my box over and see how steady it is. It's still got a little bit of wobble, but it's a lot better than what it was before. Alright, so I have these Jenga blocks that I got from Dollar Tree. And I think I'm just going to build this one up in the middle here a little bit, because I really want it to stick up. Because otherwise the flowers they're just not going to sit right. At least I don't think they will. So I'm going to try to get my height here right now. I think that's actually a pretty good height. Right here. So I am going to, I think I'm just going to hot glue them together. Because I plan on, I think, like I said, I think I plan on filling them with moss. Or the box with moss. Or maybe rocks. I'm not 100% sure yet. But the box should be filled. Alright, so I just made my little riser out of these Jenga blocks right here. And then I want to figure out exactly where I think my jars are going to be, so I can glue that in there. Alright, so I'm going to take my jars out, and then I'm just going to throw a little hot glue down in there and glue my blocks down. So I'm going to take my jars, and I am actually going to take a paper towel, and I'm going to clean them with this isopropyl alcohol so that my paint will stick better to them. Okay, I have my mason jars all clean, and now I'm going to use this Waverly ink chalk paint, which I'm not very excited about, but we're going to see how it looks. We'll see how it looks once I get a coat of paint on these jars. But I'm going to go ahead and get one coat of paint on all these jars, and we'll see where we're going to go from there. Alright, so I have two of my jars done. I'm on my last one here, and I'm thinking they're actually looking pretty good. I kind of like that. All right, I have 2 coats of paint on my jars, and I really think that they look really nice like that. So I'm glad I put the 2 coats on there, and I decided I'm not going to distress it at all. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start decorating my box and getting my box ready. I cut out ahead of time these stickers with my Cricut, and they're going to go one on each side of the box. So I am going to go ahead and get those applied. Okay, so I have my little saying. I have it measured, I think, pretty good. I just kind of eyeballed it. I did use my ruler a little bit on the sides because I do want it right in the middle, but so I am just gonna, yeah, my mask wasn't quite big enough for the piece of vinyl I had, but that's okay, I can make it work. So, alright, I just need to get it stuck on there good. This is some really old mask that I have, so it doesn't really work the best. So as I go, I'm just going to kind of make sure it all sticks down. And hopefully I got it straight. It'd be a lot easier if I had some clear mask. There, that looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty centered too. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put my Grateful on the other side. Alright, and then I have the other side done. This one maybe looks a little bit crooked, but I don't think that you're going to see it too much. I think it looks pretty good. Alright, so then the next thing that I decided that I'm going to do is I got some of this farmhouse ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I am just going to put this on the sides of my box. So it's going to get glued, hot glued, and I'm just going to put it right like that. Alright, so I'm just going to use my hot glue, stick this on here. And then probably another one right at the top here. I think this is just gonna give just a little bit more because it's a little plain, but I think it's gonna look really nice. Alright, and then I'm just going to go to the bottom, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side the same way. Alright, so I have both sides done. I think it just gives it a little extra pop. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this rope that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to make some little fake handles on the side. I was going to have my husband drill holes in there, but unfortunately he left his drill up at the camper from this past weekend, so I am just going to tie the ends of this rope. And then I'm just gonna E6000 and hot glue them to the sides. And hopefully nobody tries to pick it up. But I'm just gonna do some little knots and then just put little handles on the side like this. So let me get those made and then we'll put them on there. Alright, I have my 2 handles made. And then I am going to get my E6000 out and my hot glue, and I'm just gonna glue them to the sides here. I wish my husband would have had his drill, but no such luck. So I'm going to put the E6000 on there and some hot glue, and then I'm just going to hold it on there. And then I'm going to do that on this side and on that side and get my handles on there. Alright, I have my fake handles on there. I think it looks really nice. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to hot glue my jars into here. I'm going to put them all the same design on each side. And I actually think I'm going to hot glue them in there so that they stay in place. So this one's going to be a little difficult because I have to get it on the Jenga blocks, but I think I'm just going to cover this whole bottom in hot glue and then just glue it down. Look in there. So I'm just going to put a whole bunch on there and then try to center it and then just hold it down. And then I'm going to hot glue the other 2 in there. All right, then the last thing that I'm going to do to dress this up is I'm actually going to put a bow with this buffalo checkered plaid, and I'm going to put one on each side, but first I'm just going to wrap one piece around the top. I'm just going to stick this ribbon going around the top like this, and then I'm going to make my bows and stick one on each side. Alright, I have both of my bows made, one for each side, and now I am just going to hot glue them onto my jar right in the front here. Darn glue strings. Alright, Alright, and then the last thing that I am going to do is I got these flowers that I got from Joann, these black and gray. They are so cute. I'm going to take my wire cutters that I have right here, and I'm going to snip all these off, and then I'm going to start putting them in my jars to decorate it. Alright, so I have everything ready to go. Then I just have to get my flowers in there. So I'm going to stick them in here, and I'm going to have to move these petals up a little bit. I want them just kind of popping out of the top. I don't want them to look all squished down in there, so I'm just kind of adjusting them as I go along, kind of moving them up a little bit because the jar is so high. I want to cover the base of the jar here with the flowers. So alright, these I kind of already adjusted a little bit, so they should fit in there really good. So, alright, got my flowers all in there. And then I have my Spanish moss, which I got from Dollar Tree, but unfortunately I really don't have a lot in here. So I am just going to try to stick some in the top up here. I might actually have to go see if I can find some more at Dollar Tree. But I'm just going to stick it just in the top. Okay, I have my Spanish moss in there. I still have a little bit left. I did use a little bit of filler of paper in there, but this is the thankful side, and then the grateful side. So you can put this on your table. That's what I plan on doing, putting it on my dining room table, right in the middle. But I think it turned out really cute. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching my videos. I hope you get crafty, and I hope you subscribe, and take care. Thanks. Bye.